Mesachta Avoda zara daf Chav Zayin Amar Aleph. We're starting from 12 lines on the top. Amar Rav Chizda. Rav Chizda said, my time of the Rabbi Yehuda, what's the reason that Rabbi Yehuda says that one who's mal, a child, shalei l'shma, it's going to be puzzle. So it says, yeah, it has to be l'shma, l'shem, like you have l'shem mitzvahs matzah, l'shem matzahs mitzvah. And the same thing when it comes to tefillin, it has to be l'shem for the mitzvah of tefillin. That one who writes it has to write l'shem kedushas tefillin. So how do we know when it comes to milah there has to be l'shem mitzvahs milah? The chsiv lahashem himel, that teaches us that milah has to be done l'shem mitzvah Hashem. Rabbi Yosi says that the double lashon, he learns it out from this, that it says a double lashon himel yimel twice. The double lashon comes to tell you that a milah is kosher in any kavanah. You don't have to have it that it should be l'shem mitzvahs milah. Rabbi Yosi argues with Rabbi Yehuda. Veidach, in fact, Rabbi Yosi, what does he do with the words La Hashem Himel? Haksiv La Hashem Himel. How can he say that it doesn't have to be l'shem mitzvahs milah? After the Gemara, he uses the word La Hashem. That pasuk, the word before Hashem is talking about the Korban Pesach. But Pesach siv, Himel is after the word La Hashem. He says La Hashem refers to the words before it. That a Korban Pesach has to be sacrificed l'shem Hashem. Zog the Gemara ve'idach, Rabbi Yehuda, Haksiv ve'idach nami. What is Rabbi Yehuda going to say? Haksiv himel yimel. It says we finished that a double lashon, obviously to tell us that it doesn't have to be l'shem mitzvahs milah. So he says no. The Torah is talking about like the lashon of bnei adam when somebody wants something to happen right away. He says it twice. So here also, Yimel is coming. Is not a limud. It's kedera shemei nadam that he wants it. He should be mezaris. Okay, he should be mezaris in the mitzvah milah. Zakti Yimara Itma. We had learned menay in the milah be'evdikei psula. From where do we know that a goy cannot perform the milah for a yid? Zakti Yimara Daru bar papa mishmei derav Oma. Papa said in the name of Rav, Atas, Bisi Tishma, Atma Zaracha, Acharecha, the last words of the pasuk. And yes, they would learn that Rabbi Yehuda Hanasi learns from this that it says V'Zaracha Acharecha, tells us Dafka V'Zaracha, V'lo Yevit Kechabim, only who can perform the mitzvah? The Jewish children, not the Jewish children, not a goy. It says at the end of the pasuk, Atas Bisi Tishma, it's the next three words are Ata. So the V'zar Elcha Acharecha tells you that's how we learned yesterday from Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. Rabbi Yochanan says the Makkah is from the pasuk Himo Yimol. Himo Yimol tells us that only a Jew can do it. This is yours. Oh, how does
Himo Yimol have translated in a Jew doing it?
Himo Yimol means only somebody who's circumcised could circumcise. It says in fact, your mother, my benaya. What's the difference if you're learning it out from Himel Yimel? That has to be a Jew, or you learn it out from Bezarecha. Acharech v'loy the mother. The chiluk will be Arve Mohul v'Gavnuni Mohul ikvenayu. Arve Mohul are going on the Ishmaelim. They circumcise themselves. Gavnune are the Bnei Keturah. So then they are mohol. So they could do the milah for a Jewish child. Or gavnuni. If I only said himo yimo, we'll soon get to it. But I'm just saying, who are the gavnuni? The gavnuni were the bnei keturah, and they also were circumcised. Only they, but
Is from Yisrael.
No, gavnunim is har gavnunim. That was bnei keturah.
Is from Avraham Avinu.
No, Avraham Avinu. Yeah, that was his wife that he married, the second wife. Yeah. So you might
what they also circumcised.
They had the children of Avraham Avinu. So you might man.
So what's the argument there?
Oh, so what's the difference if you learn out from Himel Yimel or you learn out from Zarecha Acharecha? The difference will be Himel Yimel. So even the Ishmaelim could circumcise. They're not Yidden. They can circumcise a Jew.
Right.
Because he said somebody who's circumcised can circumcise. Ika, so they are allowed. Manda Omar says, as Bisi Tishma, Ata b'zarecha acharecha, not a goyim, leika. The Yishmaelim are not Yidden. The Keturah are not Yidden. They're not allowed. That's where the chiluk will be. In fact, you might really? According to Rabbi Yochanan, who says the marker is from Himal Yimel, Ikad, you're saying they could circumcise Yidden because they're circumcised. But now we learned Befedish in the Mishnah, Hanoida, somebody who makes a koinam, koinam shani nana mina hareilim. He makes a neder that he asks himself from any pleasure from people who are not circumcised, from all the Areinu Shabba'ilam. It says, Mutter ba'arle yisol, by a Yid who's Arel, he's allowed to have a no. Here's the punchline. You're not allowed to have, even though he said he's not going to have a no from somebody who's nish gemalit. But it says that by goyim who's on in yegemalit is considered nish gemalit. And he's not allowed to have a no. Almost, so you see, Afagav the Mehili, even though by goyim like Yishmaelim and Gavnunim are gemalit, Kiman Deloy Mehili Damil, because then he cannot have a no. The Priya is a ganze machlekes. When was the Priya started? Because the Chatchil is not given Mila on Priya. Spet is Tzurikum with Priya. You're talking about because they're considered as a mulim. Yeah, no, we say they are kamal. We said yesterday they're kamal, so probably not. Anyway, we're talking about the kasha is he made a neder he's not going to have a no from people who are. I mean, he could have a no, but he made a neder he can't have a no from anybody that's not circumcised. And we said that a goy who's circumcised is considered not circumcised. Also, so how do you say that they are considered circumcised, that they can be mal a yid? That was the chiluk that you brought out before. No, we just brought out the chiluk from Hino Yimel that if he's gemaled, by even though he's a Yishmaeli, he can be circumcised. Yeah, but even Agava, here we're talking about somebody who made a neder. He's not allowed to have an offer from the Arelim. So he says even though it's a guy who's gemaled, it's considered nish gemaled. So says Yimari, you're right. There won't be the chilik. Where will be the chilik if you learn out from Himel Yimel or you learn it out from Zarecha Acharecha? The chilik will be Yisol Shemesu Echad Machos Milah V'Lachein Lo Malu, and that's why he himself wasn't circumcised. His brother, every time that he had two brothers, and every time they did a milah on the brothers, he died. They passed away. So the third one, they don't have to do it because it's a sakana. Huh? But he, says the Gemara, according to the Bandiyam that says, that and it says, he's a Yid, so he's allowed to circumcise another Yid. That we learn out Himel Yimel, only one who's circumcised could be Malat. Later, this boy's not circumcised, so he's not allowed. In fact, the Gemara, really? According to Rabbi Yochanan, the Makkah Himel Yimel later, that a Yisol, that who couldn't circumcise himself because of sakana is possible to do the milah. But now we learn to finish in the Mishnah that in that same Mishnah, but in the Sefer it says koinam shani nana mimulim asba yisol. It says he made a neder and he says that I'm not going to have a no from whoever is gemalit. So he's also ba'al yisol. So he says, so even though a Yid who's an Aro, we consider him Gemalit, and he's not allowed to have from any Yisrael. But by Mulay, he said he's considered Gemalit. And by Eiv it's considered Nish Gemalit. So you see, Afagav the Loy Mehili. So you see, by the Yid, when he made a neder, he's not going to have a no from those that are circumcised. We see the Yid who was not gemalit, command the mehili damu. So he can probably, yeah, because it's sakana. They had to do a priya. That's all they had to do. B'chlav minhadin. If there was only mila without priya, here's the balmail. Mila without priya, it's not a good mila. It's the priya is not kevis. You have to have both. But here it's considered kemahul, and all you need is priya. Because it's Ambulance haben noch von King Shumid. Noch ein so lange gebackt. Die macht da neder, ja.
bad
Stop
experience with Jews. So
He doesn't want to have anything to do with the Jews. So the Gemara, so what's the chilik take if you learn off of Himel Yimel? Because you say B'manavshach. Himel Yimel, you say a Yid who's Nish Gemal is Gemalit. A Goy who is Gemalit is not Gemalit. So he's never allowed to circumcise a Yid, a Goy. And from V'zaracha Acharecha, we also learn a Goy is not. So where's the chilik? Aleika b'naya Isha, by a woman. L'man Yamayates Bisi Tishmei Leika. Isha is puzzle. L'amol the Isha la bas mila he, because Isha is not a bas mila. It says only somebody who does the mitzvah of bris. She was a male. No, so we're going to ask that. But it says ates Bisi Tishmei. From according to this pasuk, it says only somebody who performs the mitzvah milah. But Aisha la bas milah, she's not in the get of shmiyas sabris. Ulamand ama himel himel, but according to the one that says that only somebody who's gemal could circumcise, the Isha command beila damya. A woman is considered as she's a mole, and therefore she could. So we were born with a defect that we have to pure our goof. We have to still have a milah, but the women, Kodesh Kedoshim, they were.
Who pumped him on this one?
Who pumped him? Okay, it was premium gas. Okay, pregnant your mother. Umi hika lamande yama isha loi. Is there a mande yama that says a woman cannot circumcise? How could you say that? Well, it says in the pasuk, "Vatikach tzipera tzor." The tzipera took the rock. Vatikach says and she cut off the whole of her son. What happened when Moshe Rabbeinu was going? He was told Loshu Mitzrayma.
Yeah.
It was time to now be Mal Gershom. But he said, I can't do it now because if I do it now, I'm going to have to wait 3 days after the Milah. I'm not going to be able to go back to Mitzrayim. So they start the journey, and right away a malach in the form of a snake swallows him to his bris from the bottom, Moshe Rabbeinu, and then swallows him from the top. So she got the hint that she has to circumcise her son. So the minute she circumcised him, the malach, the snake went away. So what do we see? That she did the milah. Who did the milah? The Isha. So how can you say, according to Mandi Omer, that says V'ates Bisi Tishmer, that Isha cannot circumcise? The Prophet says you could. And Tzipora did. And the Gemara Kribe Vatakach says that she did Vatakach when she took somebody else to do the bris, not that she herself. It says somebody else was there with her. They went with her entourage. It says the Gemara Vaksiv, but it says in the pasuk Vatichrois that she cut. It says Gemara you have to Kribe Vatachreis. It's not sakana. So he says Kribe Vatachreis. It doesn't say Vatichreis that she cut it, that she had somebody else cut it. That she said to another person, that other person did the bris. Others say, she started the bris. And that released the snake off of Moshe Rabbeinu. And then also Moshe Rabbeinu, and then Moshe came and he completed the deal. He completed the milah. A goy, you're allowed to hire to heal only for mummy, but not for nefashis. We'll soon explain what that means. You're not allowed to ever take a haircut in any place from a guy, because he'll cut your neck off. So unless there's 2 mirrors, like it says in Kishon Shchonar, you can watch him. Those are the words of Meir. Yeah. In the Shus Harab where everybody's walking, so you don't have to worry that the barber will cut his neck off. No, but if you go to his house for a haircut, don't expect to come out. Or expect to come out with a head shorter.
In the store, and you can see, look through the windows of the store and see.
Or there it says, Shulchan says he should have a mirror in the back and the front so he can see from the back when he looks in the front.
All this not applicable today, obviously.
You never know which barber. You better look at the guy. Check out his nose a little bit. Okay, fact you might equal mommy. Fact you might equal mommy. Or might equal the fascist. What did the Mishnah say? By equal mommy you're allowed. Equal the fascist not. Elam equal mommy besachar. Equal mommy means here he means nefesh. To desire to do it for nothing, then don't. If the guy has a desire to heal for nothing, don't do it. But if for money, you're allowed to hire a doctor because he won't want to kill you. He wants his money. Ripun nefesh is bechina.
Again for next time also.
Yeah, no, even this time, if he kills him now, he's not getting his money. But ripun nefesh means bechinam, like it says that. What was the lashon? Im yesh. Abraham said to the when he went to buy the Arsa Machpelah. Im yesh is nafshechem likbes meisle funny. He wanted your desire to allow me to bury my mace over there. He said. So that means for nothing. Nafshechem means a desire. If you're ready.
But he paid for Abba Meisha.
At the end, he paid.
Yeah.
At first, they said no. No, but then they offered money. What's is garnished. Okay, so was the most expensive coins. In fact, you better listen. Let us learn the halacha b'lashem. Why are you learning in such an ambiguous way? Learn that. Why don't you say? Why are you saying ripui mamein, ripui nefashis? Say b'sacha or b'chinam. If it's b'sacha, it's mutter, but b'chinam is aser. B'sacha because the guy is going to want to get paid after the job. After he does the,
So you have to be afraid.
What would
it's
be
ripui means to heal.
the heel?
So
money.
you should have said b'sacha for money, or b'chinam for no money. What does he use in the Mishnah? Ripui mamin, ripui nefesh. It's very ambiguous.
Question is no money.
Be more direct, yeah. Say b'china.
Go
We
to
didn't
the
know what
point.
chat and Foshis was in the
Yeah,
to the point.
to the point. Just talk to the point. Yeah. Sagt die Gemara, "Ala ripui mamein davar shein by sakana." Ripui is you're right. The Gemara gives a upshot. What does ripui mamein mean? It's something that is no sakana. Ripui nefesh is davar sheish by sakana. Ripui mamein is like your car, your behemoth. Yeah, you can do the work on my behemoth, heal the behemoth. So if you kill the behemoth, it's not gefallig. Like you go to. I had my car when I first got married, and my muffler was making a lot of noise. I don't know if you remember. Rifkin had a Troy Avenue.
The famous.
I told him I came.
Are you okay?
He takes my car, he puts it on the lift. It's macht noise. Says he knocked off the whole muffler. Gay. That's it. He took off. I said no more muffler, no headaches, but it made noise. He said it was. He says that Emerson noise was dragging on the floor. He got rid of the drag. Okay. Okay, so over there you knock off the behemoth's head. Oh, but ripin the fashes. Davshesh by sakana. So he says Davshesh by sakana. You don't go to a guy to heal you. For your behemoth, for your car, you give him to fix the mechanic. All right. On ripui mom you can do it, but not on ripui nefashes.
Push means a push for a person's
For
health.
golf, his health. Yeah, don't go to a guy for it. In fact, you might have Yehuda afilu rivda dikusilta loy metasinim enayo. It says if somebody went and he got a needle to let out blood, right? And they did it on the shoulder, and the shoulder was hurting him. It got swelled up. So now you want to go to a Goysha doctor for pain relief or whatever. You don't go to him. You don't go to the doctor, even if it's not for sakana. A yid took out the blood. Now he has pain in the arm. He still shouldn't go to the. That's the kasha. You said if it's not sakana, you're allowed to go. Here you see Befedish, even if it's not sakana. He's not taking out. The yid took out the blood. Now he's swelled up on the arm and hurts him. Now he needs just a massage or whatever. He shouldn't go to a guy. So you see, even if it's not a sakana, he shouldn't go. Says ripui mame means his behemoth. Not talking about before. I made a mistake, but we're talking about the guf. There's a part that is you need ripui where there's a sakana and ripui where there's no sakana. Now he's saying no. Ripui mame doesn't mean in the guf where there's no sakana. Ripui mame means his possessions you can give to a guy to heal. Behemte, but ripui nefesh his gufa is going on the guf. This is what Rabbi Yehuda said, that even after you let out the blood, and now you have a swelling on your shoulder from where he let out the blood, even that you're not allowed to go to a guy.
Why can't you go to a guy?
Because you have to worry that he's going to kill you. Rav Chizda said in the name of my Ukva, but if the goy, if he says to the goyish doctor, some plane yafaloi or some plane raloi, muta, So if the guy said, I'm sorry, the doctor, he asked the doctor, what kind of medicine should I take? And the doctor says, listen, this medicine is no good for you, but this medicine is good for you.
This is bad, this is
So
good.
it's a mutter. Then, if you're only coming for advice, you're allowed to listen to him. Why? Sava, because the Goyish doctor knows Shayulim Mashalai, that this Yid is not going to be happy with this answer from this doctor. He's for sure going to ask another doctor. The Goyish doctor makes a cheshbon, just like he's asking me if this medicine is good for me or not. He's probably going to ask another doctor. And the other doctor will say, that doctor is coming to kill you.
Where do we jump over here?
Ahmed Bays.
No, but
This is the.
His archibald.
you have to miss a few dots. Get this up.
Yeah.
No.
So he says, Sava. He says for sure he's going to ask another doctor. He's going to ask others. And then he's going to think that if he tricked the Yid, so that other doctor is going to tell him something, and it's going to be bad for his reviews.
Yeah,
He's a professional doctor, and he wants to have a good name, and he's going to have thousands of bad reviews. He doesn't want that. Sagt die Amar Abba. Amar Rabbi Yechna, Abba said the name of Rabbi Yechna. Amar Rabbi Chizda, Amar Rabbi Yechna. Others say Rabbi Chizda said the name of Rabbi Yechna. Suffolk Chai, Suffolk Maze. This person is 50-50 chance if he's going to live or not.
No.
Don't go to a guy to get healed by him, because by a guy Vade Maze, there's no Suffolk anymore. You're going to a guy's doctor, you're not coming out. So Vade Maze. So,
As we know, the Rebbe would send people to professionals.
huh?
Jewish or not Jewish.
Yeah, we'll get to it soon.
Those days, huh?
I'm sorry, Vade Mace. Vade Mace. I made a mistake. Vade Mace is another case. Amos Mehem. The halacha is if it's 50-50 chance, don't go to the guy. Vade Mace, but if he knows it's 100%, he's going to die. It's just, Chas v'shalom, he has in the wrong place, let's say in the pancreas, whatever. And they say, okay, that's it. It's so Misap Mehem, then he can go to the doctor. In fact, how could you do that? The mace? How there it's a bad if he goes to the doctor, and here it says Yafa that it's so precious every moment in this world. So how is it that you take a chance? You go to a doctor. I can machnois. He could have lived a couple hours more, a couple of minutes more. Says for these couple of minutes we're not concerned. And the Yimara says we're not telling you. How do you know for Chayesha we're not Chayeshina l'chayda? We always preach Chayesha Sha'achas Beilam Hazeh. So precious. I mean, you want to receive Imamana Navi Ya'ir Ba'arav B'ir Ba'mas Nasham. The case of Melachim talks about that Gehazi with his three sons, they were lepers. They got a curse from Elisha because Elisha told them don't take anything from the general who he healed, and they ran after, Gehazi ran after the Shabish from Elisha, and he did take. Elisha found out, and he says that Tzaras was given, if their general, I don't remember his name, so go, gain FM, und deine drei Kinder sind geworden mit Zerai Meichet. So this was in the time of Yehoram, who was the king of the Yidden. And they surrounded all the walls of Eretz Yisrael. They couldn't get any food. They were hungry. And they were Mitzrayim, they had to be mechutz. So they mechutz lamach, they had to be by the border. So if they were by the walls, they made a chesh. What are we going to do? We're going to go back inside. So there's no food. On the other side, Safran Fumetessen, obviously the Aramim, they'll kill us. So they made a cheshbon. No, if they kill us, maybe we'll get something to eat. Here we're for sure going to die. So, but obviously they had still koiches because they climbed over the wall. So how were they allowed to climb over the wall to get killed? For Chayesha we're not concerned. But per Bamish, what happened was the Haramim heard noises and they thought that they didn't hire other countries to help them, and they ran. They left the horses, the foods, to give a nazifu lesson. and Elisha told Yehoram to Zayn Azay Phil, the Devos and Yilach, he told him, you're going to be cursed that the Yidden will trample over you for the food, and that's what happened, he got killed. Anyway, the Per Mamish, what do we see over here? So, because they climbed over the wall for food, even though they still could have lived a couple more hours, they were able to climb over the wall. In fact, you might from this Braisa. Says, Lo Yisrael Yitin Adam Im Aminim. A person should not have any Lo Chashinon. That means if you vade mace, because these Gechazi with his children were for sure going to die, there was no food.
Yeah.
Versus climbing over the wall by that and with vade mace, they can get killed. But there's food, there's maybe a sliver of a chance. You take that chance.
So how come Jews couldn't
Vada he has Chayashah.
If he stays
He
outside.
stays inside. Going across the wall, there's a sliver of a chance he'll live for a long time. Very sliver of a chance. They'll kill him also. You take that chance. Like over here, this guy's about to die, but there's a doctor that might heal him. But he's a goyish doctor, he might kill him also. Take the
So
sliver
why
of a
could you
chance.
get thrown food to them?
Huh?
Why could the Jews throw food to them?
No,
didn't have-
the other
they
side of
didn't
the wall.
have
They-
food.
Well, over here, they were Mitzvah, right?
Yeah.
So that way you had a Chutz Lamach.
Sie haben gedacht, geht über der Wand zu der Goyim, that was surrounding the walls of Eretz Yisrael. They went into the hands of the enemy.
And they come and they see that everyone
And,
ran away.
and there was a nest that everybody ran
Everybody
away.
ran away. So they said, "Oy vey, I have food."
Yeah. In fact, you want to mesve. You want to fragt for Rabbi Yochanan from Nabraisa. It says, Lo yisa v'yitin adam im aminim. A person is on the with the minim. Minim are these people that, of course, served Avoda zara. And over here, we're talking about also Yoshkem and Zayin Talmud. We're going to get into it. Ve'im misap mehem afilu chayeshav. You're not allowed to even get healed. Because they would use it, what would they say? They'll say, Zeya God. Hat sie geholfen und machen a Pesum of them. There was a story. The Zelta Meisen Ben Dama, Ben Achisha Rabbi Yishmael. Ben Dama was the nephew of Rabbi Yishmael. His sister's son. Shehikishe Nochash. A poisonous snake bit him. Ubo Yaakov Ish Kvar Schanya Rapoise. Yaakov Ish Kvar Schanya was a Talmud Muvog by Yoshke. And he came to heal him.
A Jewish guy was a
But he was a Yoshkele. Rabbi Yishmael gesagt, b'shum von nicht. I'm not letting you, he's not going to heal you. Ben Dama, who's a Talmud Chacham, he said to Rabbi Yishmael, Achi, hanech le've'irafim imanu. Let him, I'll get healed from him. I'll bring you a passage in the Torah that it's mutter. He speak and he didn't get a chance even to bring a right from the pasuk. He just said mutter and he died. Kara Allah Rabbi Yishmael. Wait. Kara Allah Rabbi Yishmael. Ashrecha ben dama shegufach tahar yatsa nishmas mutara. Voil praised this ben dama that your guf is tahar and your neshama went out betara because he said the word mutter, which is b'shava to tara. There's many perushim. Or he said Torah, which is it was written for tara. But lo yavart al dibir chaverecha. And you went over on the dvarim from the chachamim was am yizak that you're not allowed to get healed by yamin. Okay. Shahayimim upayretz gadi yishchanu nachash. Whoever breaks the barriers that the rabbanim put, they should get bitten by a snake. Says the Gemara, shiny so shiny minus the mashcha. That minus is different than minus is different than other avodah zaras because the minus they attracted and other people to come to serve avodah zara. They got other people to follow them. So that's why it's Oivet Gechaben is nicht as wie Amin. The Min haben eingeschleppt andere Menschen so that's why Amin they were really makbet that he shouldn't do the healing. Omar lo yavat al devir chaveiracha shoyim Peretz Gadi Yashchenu Nachash it says that you were zeichet, that you weren't over on the words of the Chachamim, that they would say somebody who's over on the words of the Chachamim will get bitten by Nachash. In fact, but he was bitten by Nachash, and he was going to get healed by Yaakov Sachanya, by this mean. So what's the difference? He wouldn't be affected. So he got bitten by this snake. He'll get bitten again by another snake. So Yaakov is there, and he'll heal him from the next snake. So he says, "It's
You said we shouldn't be healed from a mean.
you shouldn't follow, or you shouldn't get healed from a mean,
Right.
because if not, you'll get bitten by a snake." He says he got bitten by a snake, and he will get healed. And he'll get bitten by another snake. He'll get healed again. What's the big deal? Says the Yemada, no, chibir abanon the Leslie Asusaklau. When you have the curse of the abanon, there's no way out. You're not going to get healed then. So the Yemada, my have a little baby. What did he want? What pasuk did he want to say, Ben Dama, that he shouldn't, that he was allowed to get healed by the mean? So he says, you know which pasuk? It says, "Ves mishpat asher yasa isma l'chai b'hem." And you medagdik, but you have to do the mitzvah of the Eibishter in a way, in a fashion to live, but not die by them. So he wanted to say, you're allowed. What the mean? I'm not supposed to die for it. Rabbi Shmuel, so what did Rabbi Shmuel answer on that? Hani mili betzina. Only if it's done in a concealed way. But if it's an open way, you're not allowed. The Tanya we learned in the Brayso. How do we know if somebody tells tells a Jew, you have to serve Avoda zara and you won't get killed? How do we know that he should be able and he shouldn't get killed? He's allowed to be Avoda zara but not die.
We say all of that except those three.
Okay, but I would have thought that's only if it's mitzina. But what's if he took him out in front of him? They call him Avoda. And told him, you're going to serve Avoda zara, everyone should see.
Or you can die.
Or you're going to die. So then he has to kill himself. It says, there has to be a Kiddush Hashem. And you can't make a Chil Hashem. And here there would have been the biggest Chil Hashem. Because Ben Dama, he went against the Chachamim, he allowed himself to get healed by this man. And this man is going to make a ganze tumor. And say, look, he came to me, and he got healed by yeah. So therefore he passing Rabbi Yishmael that he's not allowed to get healed by a min, even though it says v'chai b'hem, but not when there's a chil Hashem involved.